Transformers More Than Meets the Eyes. This is Chucky from Collecting for Fun, and today we are going to unbox this Ironhide Transformer. This is the Studio Series 86, the movie edition. And so I'm excited about unboxing this one because as a child, I actually never had Ironhide. And to be honest, the Ironhide in the actual toy didn't look anything at all like the cartoon Transformer at all. So this, if you look in the back, that is what Ironhide is going to transform to, and that is his traditional kind of van mode that he has. And so in comparison, if we look at, I do have a encore version of Ironhide, and although this one is black, you can see the cover art is that that is how Ironhide kind of looked in the toy form, with the head hiding behind some kind of plate of glass, the windshield. And yeah, so, and the face was kind of flat. If you look up there, that is basically how Ironhide transformed back in 1984 when they released the toy. And then when you look at the actual cartoon, it looked nothing like it. That's the toy. That's what it looked like in the cartoon. So I was very excited to see when they released the 86 version that it actually looks like Ironhide. So that's good. So I'm going to put this toy off to the side, and we are going to crack this baby open, and we're going to transform it for the first time. Now this has 26 steps. I have not transformed this at all, obviously. I haven't even looked at a video of this either. I usually don't. Just because I want to experience transforming it for the first time, just like you would if you were opening it for the first time as well. So here is Ironhide. He's got, obviously he's got the arc in the background inside the control panel. Let's see what else is in here. Does not look like anything else is in the box. Nope. Nope, that's it. So the only thing in the box is this kind of fold out control panel, I guess for display purposes. It folds out. So whether you want to keep that in the box or not, it's kind of a cool thing to have if you're displaying him afterwards. So I'll probably just put that off to the side as well. And then let's crack this guy open. So carefully, I'm going to just release the little tags on here. And it looks like he's got the arm tags as well. Okay. Alright, so that should pretty much free him up, I believe. Yep. And let's see. Oh, there is weapons in the back. So let's take a look at that. Alright, so I'm going to put this box off to the side. And you know what? For background, I am just going to keep that in the background. Just to kind of make it look a little bit more to look at, okay? So there is Ironhide. Now, the toys are in this thing here, or the weapons are in this thing here. And let's see, he looks like he uses them as guns on the picture. Ah, thank goodness. I was like, where is the instructions? They are in the box too, thank goodness. And there they are right there. So let's put the guns on. Here. There. It doesn't look like I have to manipulate it any more than that. It looks like its box comes out of the box ready in robot form completely. There's no manipulation there. So let's have a look at Ironhide as it is. It looks like there is definitely some posability in Ironhide, so that's good. His arms kind of go in all different forms. His legs move in different areas, so you can pose him for sure. And so that's really good. The back, unremarkable. You can see, there's not as much nice detailing in the back, but we're usually looking at it in front anyways. And the front looks pretty bang on to what I remember from him in the cartoon. So let's zoom in on him and just have a look. So the faceplate is obviously really nice, especially compared to the original toy. That actually does look like Ironhide from the movie. you know, the coloring of him, he's got pretty, like, obviously Ironhide is traditionally red, with and the shoulders look pretty good. So I would say this looks probably the closest to the original, how he presented in the original cartoon, and likely the comic book as well. And so, you know, I'm pretty happy with the way that's come out, for sure. Let me just see if I can zoom out a little bit. There we go. And so, yeah, that looks pretty cool. Especially with that background, actually, now that I look at it, it looks pretty cool there. And then let's take a look at the instructions. Where did I put those? There they are. And so there's 26 steps. Here's what it looks like inside. It looks like you could put the guns on the back if you wish, or you can put it in the hands. And so let's see where they would go in the back. It looks like they would go right into these slots right there. Let's try it out and see. Does it go into there? No, it doesn't look like it goes into there. No, we don't pull that down. I'm looking at that. Yeah, I'm unclear how these guns actually hold in there. It says it does. Oh, it looks like they go sideways. Okay, all right. So they don't, it looks like they come in sideways. Yes, so they go in sideways with the little ball. So they hold differently than the actual gun. And so you can actually have them, kind of put them on his back, kind of like, almost like jets. He doesn't fly in the cartoon. Very few of the Autobots did fly. So they're definitely not jets. So I guess they're just to hold them kind of like a gunslinger, but they hold his guns in the back. I'm not 100% sure why they have those. I don't recall him having those on the back in the cartoon, and I could be wrong. It's been a while since I watched the G1 cartoons, but yeah, I don't recall him having those in the back. Anyways, so yeah, so let's see what else we can talk about with Ironhide as we transform him. So as I said, I like the robot form. It looks pretty solid. So to transform him, let's look at the first couple steps. We're going to drop the chest plate, it looks like, and kind of fold it in. So let's see how that works. So we're going to bring this thing down, and it looks like we're going to pull this thing out. Yeah, we're going to plop the head in. So it's going to push that down. And then it says, what are we doing there? There's a step here. So I got up to step 3. And then step 4 says I am folding something out. I don't know. I don't understand that. I guess that is one motion. We're just pulling it out and over. And then we're going to turn it over. Okay. So let's do that. We're going to pull this out and over here. And then let's sure this snaps in to some degree. Let's make sure I pulled it up perfectly. There we go. Okay, so that's good there. And then in the back, we're popping this thing down. And it looks like we're pulling it out all the way. And then we are flipping the whole torso down and then bringing his arms together. Looks like we're bringing his arms together somehow. So I'm trying to figure out, and is it a straight bringing the arms together? It looks like it's pretty much a straight bringing the arms together. So we're going to bend the arms in. There's a joint there, and we're just going to bring the arms together like so. Very good. Now, how are the arms facing here? So on the picture, it looks like there's something that snaps together in between, and the fists look like they're facing down, or like normal fists. So let's see. There should be a connecting point where they connect. There's a slot there. So it looks like we're going to connect this slot into there. So let's put those together. There, it snaps together. And then we're doing some movement of the whole torso, like so. Sorry, let's pull that back a bit. And then we're bringing this down, flipping this thing up. And it looks like we are also going to be, looks like we're rotating. So that's where we're at now. Bringing this part over. I guess I have to make that a little bit more 90 degrees. So let's do that. So we're going to push this down here. Okay, good. So that is kind of where we're at now. And it looks like we're turning the torso now. So we're kind of turning it like that. So we turn the torso. Yeah. And then we're flipping. Something is not right. We had it like this. Yes. And it's saying to turn it like this. But that doesn't look right on the picture. So that's kind of weird. I'm not sure what's supposed to turn here. I guess that is right. I just don't know where this thing's supposed to go. There's this chest place here, but I don't know where it's supposed to go. Huh. I'm a little stuck here. I'm just going to figure this out. It looks like something turns. Maybe I don't have this down enough? No. Does this thing middle part turn here? No. This picture's kind of confusing to me, because it almost looks like this grill thing's supposed to go in the front, but I can't figure out how to get it there. Yeah, definitely supposed to go to the front. So I just got to figure out how to turn this thing to get it there. Oh, there we go. Okay, so you just had to move the legs down a bit more to get that there. So now this grill's where it's supposed to be. I just had to turn the torso down a bit more. So there we go. Now we are kind of in this phase here. So we got the grill down. We got that tested out. Now we're going to move this kind of torso back a bit. All right. And let's see what else we're doing. So we're kind of in this phase now where we got the arm, we got the arms starting to come in a little bit. The feet are kind of like this. And we are going to basically flip the feet up. There's some pads I gotta go up to. So I have to figure out if I have this flipped right now, the right way, based on the picture. It looks like I have to flip some flaps up. There we go. Yeah, that's correct. Now, the hands, it looks like they're tight. The hands come down. Okay, I was wondering when we were going to do something with the hands. So the hands come down. The flaps come together. It looks like we're going to have to snap these legs in together too. So let's do that. Oh, this is a very complicated transformation compared to some of the transformations we've used. So that is for sure. Okay, so it looks like we're going to be moving these leg parts out this way. Looks like this thing comes up. This foot thing comes up. I'm going to pull this out. I just did something to the foot thing, so I got to figure out what I just did. I pulled it out too aggressively, so you got to be careful with that. I just pulled this out, so let's put that back in. So that is going to flip out. All right. So it looks like we're bending. A couple things are happening here at the same time. We're going to be flipping these flaps up. We're bending these things in as well, and that creates the back part of it. And we're just going to lock this piece here, and we're going to bring this together here. So that's that part there. So I'm kind of going a little bit off script because I'm just finding that the instructions are a little bit kind of wonky. But it looks like we're heading into this direction where these now, I just have to get the flaps in to fit this area. And I'm sure this gets easier to transform the second time around. Usually they do. But yeah, this one's not an easy one to go. Even just following the instructions is not that easy. So let's lock these all into place there. So the back's more or less locked in. The front is not, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to do it. Something is off kiltered. There we are. Okay, and I don't know if these things come out or not. Are they supposed to? No, wait. I'm not sure if these are coming out. They don't look like they come in. No, they look like they're part of the door there. So that's it. Okay. So that is more or less Ironhide. I can't get the front to snap the way I like, but that is pretty much Ironhide transformed. Joints are not completely locked in as much as I like, but I'm sure we can get there if we really pushed on it. I just don't know if I have everything 100% lined up. But generally speaking, that is Ironhide. Just wish this thing locked in better. But I'm sure if I fiddled around with it, we could get it. It's just I don't think I can do that at the moment very well. So car-wise, looks not too bad. I'm sure if the joints were fully in, if I had transformed it or a couple more times, that we can probably get this working out perfectly. But let's see how it rolls. So the wheels look pretty good. The wheels work perfectly there. Car looks pretty much what we would expect Ironhide to look like. He has always been a big red-ass van, and that's what he is there. And it looks like on the, although I don't remember him ever having guns on him when he was in vehicle mode, that's where they would want you to place the guns there. So he can be have some artillery while he is in van mode. And so Ironhide was kind of like Optimus Prime's second in command, or at least one of his field commanders. He seemed like, especially in the first season. And, you know, obviously, as they introduced more Transformers, you saw less and less of them. But, you know, usually in most episodes, you would see Optimus, for the most part, almost always. And I think Bumblebee and Ironhide were in, I would say, probably more episodes than other Autobots at the time. So, being one of the more popular Autobots and one that was displayed or showcased a lot, he was. It was a shame that his toy didn't really look like him because he was so popular in the show, but his toy just really did not look like him. So we never got him as a kid, as I mentioned. He actually was voiced by the same voice actor as Optimus Prime, that's Peter Cullen, who also also continued to voice Optimus Prime during the Michael Bay Transformer movies. Whatever you thought about those movies, but it was nice to see Peter Cullen reprising his role as Optimus. It's hard to imagine anyone doing his voice other than Peter Cullen at this time because he's just so synonymous. The tonality he uses and everything, he is Optimus Prime. But anyways, let's go back to Ironhide. So this is Ironhide. We're going to transform him back. Hopefully transforming him back is easier. I like to say usually is, but I mean, that was quite difficult, at least for me. I'm sure the little kids can figure this out a lot quicker than I can. I'm sure my son will be able to figure this out without even looking at the instructions, but I am just not that smart. So we are going to flip these back over. Again, we're separating the legs. We're going to do the legs part first. And now I got to figure out how to release these arm thingies again. I remember that we had to pull these flaps up and kind of, yes, there we go. Release that whole segment out like that. And flip these down here. And let's see, how did we get this part down again? I think this just parted down and this just kind of folded over. Yes, that's what it is. So this comes down, this kind of folds over. These become the feet. So we just kind of tuck these in here. Okay, so that's pretty good. Now I gotta free up the arms. Flip those out. Free them up there. Okay. And let's flip that torso over. This thing comes down. Okay. And now we gotta figure out the head part. So the head comes out here. Chest plate. I think this rolls in. Yes, this kind of folds in into itself, and this gets hidden in there. And now just gotta fix this chest part so it looks fine. This does not look right yet. So I think this goes down, and I have to spin this around carefully. There we go. All right, I think I got it figured out. Yes, we got it. Whew. Much easier to transform him back, thankfully. And I'm sure, as I said, once you play with it a couple times, it does become easier. But certainly easier to transform him back into robot mode. And as I said, this has got to be the nicest looking Ironhide. You can see they even got the windshield wipers on his chest plate. I just noticed that. I was like, did I scratch it? No, that's his windshield wiper plates. And so yeah, let's pull him back here. Let's put him on display. Have it look one more time at Ironhide in all his glory. And yeah, very happy. I think of all the Ironhides they produced in the past, I think this has got to be the best one. It's missing obviously the traditional diecast of the original G1s, but you know, for this mold, I really like the mold. The coloring is not bad. You can see that there's a little bit of different gradients of red, but you know, I'm not that picky about it. But yeah, I like the background. That's nice that that came with that. I like the actual toy a lot. This is probably, as I said, the best Ironhide I've seen. It looks like it did in the G1 cartoon, not only in robot form, which is very important, but in the vehicle mode as well. And so yeah, I think this is a winner. I'm really actually quite enjoying the movie line that they come out with. And recently we did the whole Legacy Transformers that they had, which to me looked just like G1 as well. So I haven't looked. I do have a couple of the 86 Transformers G1s of the ones from the movie, the 86 series. But they look so similar to the ones I got opened in that United set. So I'm happy, actually quite happy with the molds there. I think whoever is the head designer for these Transformers should be applauded, because they really have that nostalgic factor and really did a great job on you know, bringing back the toys we love, but in a way that remembered them on the show versus the actual toys. And so it's a nice hybrid of like being true to the concept of the toy, which, you know, that transforms, but also you know, being more cartoon accurate, so that, you know, what we see on the cartoon actually looked like the toy. And you know, because obviously when they made the cartoon, they made the toys first, but obviously the way the toy looked, it didn't look that aesthetics, and they really want to sell these things, so they made the toys look more, you know, animated and whatnot, so they were more pleasing to kids. And so that's, you know, how the toy line, you know, really took off, is that not they were a cool toy because they transformed, but they made it really appealing, gave it the Autobots and the Decepticons personalities. So, you know, I really love this Ironhide. I think it's it's difficult to transform, no question, but the aesthetic of this robot form and the vehicle form, top notch. So I hope you enjoyed this. This is Chucky from Collecting for Fun. Now this is our 99th episode. So stay tuned. When you come in for episode 100, we got a special treat for you. You don't want to miss it. This is something I've been eyeing for a long time. So just please join us to when we launch the 100th episode, which is going to be our next episode. And I hope you enjoyed that. And again, I hope you enjoyed this video of Ironhide. Let us know in the comments section which Transformer 86 studio series you want us to review. And if we can get a hold of it, we certainly will. And or if they haven't released an Autobot you want to see in the studio series, make a suggestion, and I'm sure it's on the pipeline. And when it does come out, then we'll certainly want to pick that up and review it for you guys. Also, if you can hit that like and subscribe button, it's much appreciated, so you don't miss any more collecting fun that's upcoming. Again, thank you so much for watching. This is Chucky from Collecting for Fun, and we will see you next time. Take care.